Hi everyone, it's Jacqueline from Creating My Garden, and this morning I'm finally going to dig up the grass here and prepare to put the roses and some white powder puff cosmos around the bird bath. Hubby said he's going to fix up the bird bath a bit because some of the paint's peeled off that we sprayed on it. It was a bird bath that we got from Lowe's that was a bit damaged, so he actually molded some of the areas with fiberglass and that and fixed it, and it's been sitting here ever since. So let's get at this and get it done, and hopefully through this process I don't get any ticks because they are so bad here in Saskatchewan. We've never had ticks in the yard like this, and this year they're horrible, even in the sod. So let's get started. So first off, I'm going to get the grass out. First cut around with my edger has revealed some tree roots, so I'm gonna have to cut those out, but we're gonna keep going and keep finishing the edge. There's my edger right there, that's what I'm using, and I've been using my hands to pull it out after I cut it all. You could use a pitchfork though, would be a lot easier, and I do have a shovel sitting there waiting. I have my yard waste bin here. I'm gonna take all the dirt off of the sod, put it back in the hole, and then I'm going to throw the grass in the yard waste bin. And I do have a pile of dirt at the back of the yard that I can use to backfill. So these roots will have to be cut out first, but I'm going to continue to dig up the sod, and then I'll remove the roots after, because that way I don't do things twice if I can help it, although lots of times I do. But I'll try to be a little more organized, because I'm sure the way the roots are extending in that, I will have to probably cut them even further out. So I will just continue on and give you an update in a bit. I'm not going to show you all the hard work of me digging because it's not pretty. It's a sweaty experience. So I'll save that for showing you the nice stuff and the progress. Not necessarily in that order. Okay, I need more coffee, obviously, but hey, I want to get this job done, so let's keep going.
Butt crack, you might as well film this.
I am.
Oh.
All right, so we're trying to get the tree roots out now. I'm just doing the final circle around here, and then I'm going to try to even it out a bit. But it's a hot, humid day here. It was fog and misty when we got up this morning, so it's hard work in this heat and humidity, and I'm sure Rob's going to get a bunch of ticks. Hopefully not up the butt crack, let's put it that way. I know they've been crawling on me, and I've taken 6 off me in the past week, plus found some in the house crawling on the cabinets coming in with the dog, so it's been fun. Looks like Rob's found a tree root, and of course you can see we had the poplar over there, so I'm sure there's tree roots we got to get out. So I guess this is a good job to get done. So you can see the joys of putting in a new flower bed when you have established trees. I'm going to try not to show you any butt crack today.
Yeah, you got butt crack right there.
No, I don't have no butt crack.
Yeah,
Hey, your language.
Oh.
You're on video.
Oh,
Ignore that little word that was said. Somebody has a really bad mouth most of the time. So this forces him to clean up his act, maybe.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah, fake it till you make it, Rob. Alrighty, so we'll carry on. I'll show you the final product once I finish this darn circle. Alright, you guys, the circle's dug. We got a few roots to take out. Just working on the placement of the Chinook Roses that I bought, and I wish I could do smell vision with them because they smell amazing. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut the tags off. These roses are good from zone 2 to 9. They're very thorny, but they're also very beautiful too, and so fragrant. And there's a sweet smell, and you can smell it when the wind blows around. So even hubby said he could smell them. He's like, what's that? And I said, oh, it's a rose. He said, oh, it smells good. So that's a positive sign for me. Anyhow, I'm going to cut the tags off now and start planning on digging them in. And then we need to haul some dirt over here and backfill and raise it up. So lots of work left, and the bird bath needs to be cleaned out and things like that. So here's what I know about the rose, because I don't think I ever said the color. So it's Rose Chinook Sunrise. It blooms in flushes with lots of exotic coral colors, low maintenance and winter hardy across Canada. Second addition to vineyards, 49 parallel collection, height 2 to 3 feet, spread 4 feet, zone 2, and then it was bred here in Canada, so that's kind of cool. So you guys, I want you to see the root ball. I'm just teasing it a bit to loosen it, because if you look, you can see there's quite a bit of the root band in the pot, so I'm just loosening it up all the way around before I put it in the hole. Okay, so the roses are all in now. We're just working through the sod and cleaning it up. And I wanted to show you some petunias I'm putting in. This is lime green debonair petunia, and you can see the color. I've got 6 of these, so I'm just going to spread them out around. So that's the next planting of it. Okay, the next plant I'm putting in is I'm going to put in some Salvia New Dimension Blue. These are perennial in this bed for color. They should offset with the rose quite nicely. So I've got 4. I may add a couple more. We'll see how it goes. The next thing I added to the bed was I had some Nagoya mix ornamental kale left over. So I added 4 of them along the edge of the bed and used them up. Needed to get them in. So it's coming together and getting quite a bit of colors. This should be quite pretty once they set down roots and grow. Okay, the next thing I'm going to add is a 6-pack of Summer Madness pink petunia along the edge, just to bring out the pink in the roses. Okay, the next thing I'm adding is stalks, and then I'm going to add in some Cosmos Powder Puff, just to offset all the color in there and give it a little more lightness, or delicateness, I guess is what I'm looking for, a delicate look with the roses and that. So those are the next 2 things, and then I'm going to water everything good, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, everyone, so the bed is done. Just cleaning things up a bit and just watered it in. They were kind of weeping, but they'll bounce back. So you can see the bird bath still needs a paint job, but that's a project for another day. Right now we're doing yard work and getting a few things done and a few things planted. So you can see the Chinook Sunrise Rose is in. Pretty as ever. Ornamental Kale, Nagoya mix, the Salvia, Dimension Blue. There's some petunias I put in here for color. I put some Cosmos powder mix, and I put some scented stalks seed in here all the way around. You can see what the flowers look like as they fade. They go from a coral to a pink to a light yellow. They drop off and they do flushes all the time. You can see the really light pink there. And it's all done. So stepping back, it looks a little bare, but I think it'll fill in nicely. And I'm very happy with it. I'm glad to get that stuff in. The roses really need to be planted bad. So hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let gardening warm your soul. And I hope you really enjoyed this one. And don't be afraid to share it with other people. I'd love to hear more from comments and stuff from everyone, and share your gardening experiences with me. Thank you very much. Bye. I want to take a few minutes here and just talk about rose maintenance and care. It doesn't matter what kind of rose we're talking about here, but I'm going to give you some basic tips if you're planting roses out and you're a beginner. Even if you're experienced, there's a few things that help. And I will do a video on rose care and cover off the different roses and how to care for them. But let's begin with some basics to keep you going until I get that video done. Number 1, roses don't like their leaves wet. Okay, so if you're going to water your roses, water them down at the base where the root ball is. Give it a good soak. They hate their leaves wet. Number 2, and this applies to pretty much all flowers. When you plant flowers, I don't care if it's perennials, annuals, roses, if you buy them already grown, the one thing you're going to learn real quick about them is that if you want to keep the flowers on them, that is fine, but all that energy is going to go to maintaining that flower, right? So they aren't going to be setting down roots as fast as we would like. Now, I tend to be really brutal and I pick all the flowers off normally, but for the videos and that I'm doing, I have not been picking all the flowers off. I've been leaving them so I can show you guys the colors and stuff. But normally I will go through the pruner and I will cut all those flowers and all those buds off and let them form roots and get into it. Same with the petunias and stuff here. I would go ahead and I would look at this petunia here. See this shoot? Pick it off. And your plants will spread faster. So that's a key for growing them. Next thing I want to say about roses, and I know I'm jumping all over, but fertilizing is fertilizing. Your roses like to be fertilized. You want to fertilize the foliage in this case. So contradictory to watering, roses like to absorb the fertilizer through their foliage. So I will use Miracle-Gro on them. And finally, if you get a storm that hits and your roses take a pounding from hail or something, cut them back and look at where the bud unions are and take it down to 6 to 8 inches. I don't care if it's a shrub rose, a hybrid tea, grand flora, miniature rose, cut them back. Don't be afraid if you get hit by a storm, because that does happen to us. And yeah, we kind of start over, but they will rebound. Okay, so don't be afraid to do that. And of course, winter care is cutting back as well for all of them. Now, we do see some issues with water damage, bug damage, black spot, etc. You can powder them, okay? You can buy a powder or a spray-on treatment that you can do. I like to use sulfur on mine, but you can use whatever is available in your area to treat the black spots. The other thing I do is if you got bad leaves, black spot, etc. This one's got a few things that's showing that aren't the best. Cut it off. Just cut them off. See? Cut them off. Right? Cut all those bad leaves off. So go through your roses when you see that. Cut them off. Throw them in the garbage can. Don't put them back into the soil. All right, so those are a few quick tips for you on how to maintain your roses. And I will get into detail later on, because winter care is a challenge. Whether it's a zone 2 or a zone 9, we still have to look after our roses for winter and prepare for it, especially in areas with heavy snowfall. So that is a whole separate video, so I want to save that one for a little bit later, but there will be one coming. So enjoy your roses, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope these few quick tips help you.